Welcome to the podcast editing and support show. My name is Dave. Are you ready? Let's go. We're going to start the episode right now. Happy to have you here. Let's do this. Hey, welcome back to the podcast. We are wrapping up our little mini series around building your podcast editing and support business. Really leaning into the free side. But then what do you do when it's time to transition from free to paid? And how do you do this without making it really awkward? Glad you're here. Let's talk about this. Hey, my name is Dave. I am the host of 9 different podcasts, including this very show you're listening to right now. If you're interested in more about the how-to side of podcasting, then check out my howtopodcast.ca website, where you can find the How to Podcast series. And we have over 500 plus episodes. Great community over there if you're a podcast editor. If you're a podcaster, which you should be if you're listening to this show, come and check us out at howtopodcast.ca. Shameless plug is now complete. This is episode 91. We're getting very close, dangerously close to the end of 2025. I'm looking forward to a new year. And our 100th episode will be on February, looking at my sheet here, February 23rd will be episode 100. So I hope you come back, not just for the episode 100, but you'll also go back in time. And as Cher would say, if I could turn back time, you could go check out a lot of great episodes here on the Podcast Editing and Support Show. It is the podcast editing and support podcast that's not just editing and not just support. It's both. You buy one, you get one free here on the show, and I'm glad to be with you. All right, so we're going to talk about moving from free to paid without it being really awkward and weird. Are we making it weird? No. Let's make it, are we becoming best friends? That's what we're going to do as we switch from free to paid. Let's jump into this. I'm excited to help you transition into a paid client. And that's what I'm looking for, paid clients. So you and I are in this together. So we've been talking in the last few episodes around starting with a free version of your editing and support services to get people in the door, to build recognition, get some references, help people to find you. In a world where people are inundated by people trying to get them to hire them. And people are just reaching out from all different angles and directions and all over the world. It's like, who do I even trust? How about I trust somebody who offers to help me for free? And we build a relationship over time where I can trust them. I see their work and I see the value in their work. And then the conversation comes up on how do we go from being a free option for people in a transition period, in kind of a test period, into a sustainably viable relationship with a paying client base. So if you've poured hours into editing episodes for friends, passion projects, or early collaborators without charging a penny, you know the joy of building your skill set and the relationship. You've learned a lot in the process. So now it's time for you to move to the next step. This free work, if you do not ever move to a paid plan where people are actually paying you for your time, could lead to burnout and unbalanced books. It's going to cost you more financially and time-wise when there's no income coming in to support you. You want to break down a smooth professional transition that honors the free work history while unlocking the revenue streams in front of you to let you scale, specialize, and serve more podcasters without resentment from your side and without being taken advantage of from the podcaster side. So why does this flip even matter? And why now? Free work builds your portfolio. It helps with your testimonials and your referrals, but it also caps your growth. Like, you can only go so far. Podcasters respond and respect boundaries. They know what it feels like. They're podcasters. They just need clarity on what it is like to work with you and how do we move from a free version into a paid relationship. The goal isn't to nickel and dime your supporters. It's to value your time so that you can deliver premium support long-term and continue the relationship with these free podcasters that you've been helping for this period of time. Think of it as graduating from a beta tester to a pro partner. Set a free and firm date. For example, give yourself a date. Like, this is the date, this is when it's going to happen, and then communicate with grace to the people that you've been working with. I would say this would be one of the first conversations to have when you're initially setting up time with a new client as a free client, is that agree on the time frame right away. We will work together for 3 months, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a year, I don't know. And then at the end, at this date, you and I will get back together and talk about the relationship, if the value's there, how I can serve you better, and we can decide on what the next step would be. Because I would love to move into a long-term relationship with you if you see value in my work. So set a date. Don't just let this be this ongoing, flips into the next year, and there's the awkwardness of how do I even bring this up? Create the date, put it out there right away, and then you have the date to fall back on. The date becomes the bad cop in the room. That we need to have a conversation because this is the date we've both agreed on and the date's here. So now we talk. This creates scarcity as well because unlimited paid slots are also another communication tool to your potential client that you only have so much room. You can only take on so many clients. So this is the time, here's the rate, and I only have room for 3 clients. So I'm having conversations this week. If you're interested, let me know. Here's the date I need to know by, and I'm going to go now chat with the other podcasters I've been working with. I think your clients need to understand that you have more than just them, and you're serving a wider community. So give them the opportunity and give them the out, but also give them a little kick saying, hey, there's only so much room in my calendar. So you need to make a decision. What about this script? Like, what do you say when you're going from a free arrangement to a paid arrangement? Because this can be tricky. The big thing in all of this is to keep it professional. Okay? Like, keep this professional. Lead with gratitude, first off. You've worked together with this podcaster for a period of time. You've shared emails. You've shared text messages. You've laughed together. You've met for virtual coffees. You've taken feedback. You've given feedback. There's a relationship has been built over a period of time. So be grateful and demonstrate gratitude for this great arrangement that's happened and a new podcast friend that you've built. The way you handle this is going to be translated by this potential client, whether or not they pick you, into the world. And it will become your calling card that you can't control. So be grateful. State the change that's coming. Again, you have the date is there to help you to soften the blow that this is going to be a conversation we're going to be having on this date because we both agreed to this date. So the date becomes the bad guy in the conversation. So everything here is an up from here on. Offer paths forward and give a variety of options. Don't just have one option for your client. Think of different paths because you've worked together and you kind of know their workflow. So maybe there's something creative you can come up with to offer them that maybe you don't offer to any of your other clients because you know them. So here's a plug and play script, and it'll be in the show notes if you want to copy it, you want to steal it. But here's an example of what I would consider for you to think about. So if you and I were working together, it comes to our date, we've worked together for a period of time, and now it's this date. It's time for this conversation. So it'd be like, hey, Bob, I love supporting your show and editing for you. It's been a blast. I love that we've done and give a specific win. For example, your listener growth has skyrocketed together. I love that. And then continue saying, going forward, I'm transitioning to paid packages to sustain high quality service for my creators that I work with. I'm opening a limited number of slots starting on this date. Here are some of the options that I think would fit best for you, for your consideration. So for example, would be like a starter pack. 4 episodes a month, basic edits for audio at this dollar amount. A pro pack, which would be your edit, your show notes, and your graphics for this much a month, and give them a number. And then a custom. Let's chat about your workflow and see what else we can come up with. You can also add like a grandfathered rate as well to your client. So say 10 to 20% off as a founding client and a thank you for all the time that you've invested in me and your amazing reference that's on my website now. Thank you for that. If you reply by this date, lock it in and I'll give you it at 10 to 20% off. And then send via email the summary of what you've discussed, and then track the opens and replies into follow-up for what you've discussed together. What are some simple, scalable starter packages? So here's the example, and this is based on averages across the internet. Your numbers may vary, but here's an idea. And again, this is in US, Canadian, more US numbers, but it'll give you an idea and you can do the math. So basic edit of a podcast, clean up the audio, noise removal, basic leveling, and 4 episodes in 1 month, $199 a month. Okay, that's a big jump from $0 to $199 a month. Full support, which would be basic, we talked about your basic edit, plus show notes, plus chapters, plus social clips, 4 episodes a month, $349 for the more full support. And then a premium version could be full support, which includes basic, plus a strategy call, coaching, graphics, uploads, and 6 episodes a month at $499 a month. So these prices are based on value. For example, hours saved for podcasters. Start low for conversions and raise as demand grows. Customize your add-ins and add-ons like rush edits. That's an extra $50. These kinds of things can really help you. And I'll have all these numbers and stuff in the show notes. Remember, you need to figure out what works best for you and your clientele. But you've built a relationship with this person. They already trust you. And they're anticipating this conversation. Just keep that in mind. What about grandfather in your early clients and reward their loyalty? So we've already talked about like a grandfathered in discount. Your free era believers, they deserve some sort of perk. They've worked with you as you've been honing and developing your skills as an editor and support person. So they deserve some kind of kickback for their commitment to you, because they could have picked anybody, but they chose you. So offer them a founding client status. Maybe we talked about discounts before, but maybe like 15% lifetime discount on or priority scheduling. They go to the top of your list. This converts like 70% plus of the time from community information that I've been seeing, turns them into evangelists as clients now and eases the guilt. And phrase it as one of my first supporters, you've locked in at this rate forever. Thank you for your trust. And you're like, wow, forever? Well, yeah. Do something that makes it like really honors the person that showed up for you. Because without them, you wouldn't have any future clients at all. So honor them. Keep a strategic free lane as well going forward as you continue to build your business. Just because you have paid clients now doesn't mean that free tier is dead. Don't go cold turkey on this free thing. Reserve one free project per quarter or one free client every month. I don't know. It can be an on-ramp into your world. It worked to get the people you have, so don't throw it away. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I don't know why people would ever do that, but don't do that. Think of it in terms of a charity that you want to work with to help them with their podcast. That builds goodwill, and it can be a write-off. High visibility collabs maybe gives you a chance to work with an influencer, somebody with a name, notoriety, which could bring you more people. And it helps to update your portfolio. And people can see that you're working on more and more shows. This keeps your heart in it without derailing your finances and again, becomes that on-ramp into what you do. So keep a strategic free lane open at all times. As well, track your metrics and prove that the pivot's working. Make sure you're on top of your data, because your data fuels your confidence. Check out and monitor your free to paid conversion rate. How many people have gone from a free client to a paid client, and keep track of that number. Keep track of your referrals per free client. Make sure that your clients know that even if they don't choose you, if they send someone to you, you will give them a affiliate link, and there they can use your link as they talk about your services to their friends, and you will give a percentage back to them. Even if they don't pick you, they're still talking about you. They're still your evangelists. So think of it. They could save even more money or make money simply by using your referral code. And also keep track of the revenue generated post-flip and tie this back to the whole process. So you can use Google Sheets. People use Notion dashboards. I just use Google, and review this every quarter and adjust your packages as you need to. So here's your call to action: how to flip the switch today from free to paid. I would again encourage you to do this at the first part of your conversation when you first meet a new free client, but make sure you set your free end date so that you know when that's coming. Put in your calendar and maybe send a reminder ahead of time. Also, build 2 to 3 packages based on that specific client that you feel best suits their needs because you've been working with them and you know how they operate. Email your list with the script and use that information that I've given you, and it's in the show notes. Use that as a foundation. Tailor it to you, though, and to your clients. And announce on social. Paid ending slots open. DM for details. Let people know that you have hung your shingle out and you're available for service, and leverage the references on your website. Those references from those free clients, that's feedback, and it should be on your website. It should be prominent, and you should have links to their podcast so people can go and check out your work. That's going to help you sell more clients. Your key takeaway: free work launches your business. I believe it so well, and it's worked for me. Free work launches your business. Paid sustainability scales you. You're not going to scale at free. You will scale when people start putting money behind the work that you do for them. Honor your early believers with grandfathered perks, discounts, affiliate codes. Package your value clearly and early, and track wins to build a thriving editing business that supports podcasters and your life. I would love to hear how you flipped a client from a free tier to a paid tier. What worked, what didn't work, what your conversion rate has been, and how much did you get to charge them? It can be our little secret. We don't have to tell the world, but I would love to hear your success story at podcasteditingandsupport.com. We've got a new client through the free model. We've worked with them for a period of time. We've learned our customer. We've given them value at every single opportunity. And we've set a date. We've met on that date. We've talked about next steps. And if you've served them well and you're a good fit and they see value in your work, it's going to be a great relationship. And even if they walk away after months of you working together and they go to someone else, you have helped somebody. And I have to believe that we showing up the way we do and helping people to get to their goals as a podcaster will come back to you. Might not be right away, but I can't imagine, if your heart's true and all you want to do is help people, that it's going to bite you over and over and over again. Somebody's going to say yes, and that's all you need. So Don't be afraid of a free tier, an on-ramp to what you're doing. And don't listen to the people who tell you that free is a terrible option, because free is where you build and where you show your strengths and where you learn your craft. Think of every apprentice that's ever walked onto a job site and knows nothing. They don't know how to swing a hammer, climb a ladder. They don't know what a screwdriver is. And where they've come over time, as they build their skills, working side by side with people who know what they're doing and they learn their craft, that's where the knowledge comes. It doesn't come in a classroom. It comes on the job site. And the best way to get yourself on the job site is to start for free. Take the jobs, work with the people, learn your craft, and you will see your business grow. Instead of waiting for somebody to hire you, be hireable by starting for free. If you have any questions, I'd love to help you. podcasteditingandsupport.com. Thanks for listening to the Podcast Editing and Support Show. Visit us at podcasteditingandsupport.com. podcasteditingandsupport.com. We would love to help you find a great podcast editor, or if you want to hire us, we would love to work with you. podcasteditingandsupport.com. Catch you on the next episode. Take care.